That's right. But we are underway. Pistols going, and interestingly enough, there's only 2 sets of Kevlar on this CT team. They've elected to go for a kit on 0 along with the smoke, and 2 utility players. Bondic's already deployed his utility. Good pickup from Angel to start it off, though, as he is one of the players with armor. That is how you need to get into this round. They needed the first pick.
Yeah, a lot of players these days going aggressive in those B-halls solo, and he finds 2 kills and drops a bomb as well. It's going to be a 5-on-3. NaVi now trying to reposition themselves and give themselves a chance to actually get back into this round. That's going to help. Edward with the Tech 9, taking down Oscar, but Angel continuing his fury here. He gets his 3rd kill, and he's still holding strong towards the Beer Palmers. Doesn't want to give in just yet. Silent USP working very effectively for him. Blamey deciding whether he wants to challenge him. After such a successful round, he'll be falling back at this stage. A bomb in their hands, and we're going to be sticking together. If they can get his kill on towards Angel, that's definitely given an opportunity to plant. That's the next step.
Well, they are going to slow this down considerably. 33 seconds left to play, and it's still the B site by which they want to approach. They've also rotated off of this, so it's still Angel that's going to have to face this. Good shot! He's having a heck of a round on this pistol, and he may just close it out. May not, doesn't matter. He's got it down to just Flamey remaining. Bombs dropped again, but there it is, traded out. And they will pick up the pistol. HellRaisers starting off well again. That hasn't been the issue. Starting is not the issue.
It's definitely not. It's closing for these guys. They always have post good numbers. Like I said, seem to be consistently winning their knife rounds, getting themselves CT starts. It's when they get to Terrorist, things start to go horribly wrong. That was evident against Virtus Pro yesterday, and even today in this first match versus NaVi. They're only picking up 1 Terrorist round. The analysts were discussing what they could do to change things up, and I agree, maybe just keep things a little bit more simple. They've got some great star players here. They've got people that certainly can frag. Just need to maybe just stick together. A couple of smokes go down, flash over, and stick as a unit instead of trying to run defaults. It just aren't working out for them every single time. We go to the second round. NaVi, of course, didn't get the plant down, so they will be forcing into the second. Deagle's Tech 9s. They've got 4 smokes as well, so a default right now. Bomb still down at T-spawn. That suggests to me just trying to push the CDs back. It's going to be towards B apartments first and maybe falling into the execute. Oscar ready with the scout. Nails the shot on towards C's. Gets a second tag as well. Wow. He's just doing so much work here. And they're still facing him for some reason. They want to try and take him down, but got to be opting out of this situation now by the look of things. Guardian sticking around for a little bit longer.
That's pretty impressive. 3 hits on 3 jump shots from Oscar.
Why not?
And it's, you know, it's a great mechanic.
Is that sarcasm I detect, or?
Sarcasm is the lowest form of irony, and I don't stoop low, Henry.
I think it's the scout, right? For that weapon, I think it makes it more viable. The scout was very rarely purchased, right?
I can grant it that. Yeah.
It didn't really make sense before, especially in 1.6 and Source. We never really saw it purchased. It was very, very rare. And now it actually makes that gun workable, which is actually the objective of CSGO as a whole, to make all the guns an option.
Hence the inaccuracy first bullet versus the SIG in the good pickup from Bondic. 3 kills at that with the UMP, so he's building back. Nice shot from Guardian as he fades away, but fancy as it may be, it's ineffective to win the round. It's going to be 2-0 for HellRaisers. Kit's brought up. Decent utility on Bondic already carried over. He actually purchases quite a bit of that, considering how much money he made himself back in the last round, and they can afford to keep these SMGs up because no bomb plants.
It was only really a problem, the jumping scout, when the hitboxes were screwed, right?
That's true.
That's when it was a massive problem. That's what I think I actually wrote an article. I don't think I actually published on it, but I think I wrote it just as that update got released. I was like, well, this is invalid now. And
so yeah, it's true, because you couldn't do anything to cancel it out.
That's when it was ridiculous. That's why I think it's balanced now. I think it's okay, just because the hitboxes are actually rectified. But still, we're going to round number 3, and it's going to be HellRaisers, pretty much guaranteed this one, as they did hold off the force buy from NaVi. Guardian, of course, didn't buy up himself. He'll be able to get the AWP in the first gun round. That grenade's going to do a ton of damage. Not as much as I thought, but Angel set up once again for another big round here. Gets the first headshot on towards Guardian. Looking to clear up here. Stick out with the edgy grenades. This is going to be a bloodbath there towards the B side. The bomb's dropped. Angel gets the last kill. And there it is. 3-0. Good start for HellRaisers. Tons of cash. And we'll see whether they can do anything with this. CT sides, to reiterate once again, have never been a problem. They need to be posting big numbers here. But sometimes even when they get 11 4s, I think we saw that yesterday on cash, still not enough.
Plays from Bondic. That was not this previous round, but the one prior. Bondic aggressive. Aggro play from Oscar to try and bait them in. He's going to fade away from that, though, and not face, not peek, not draw them. So Bondic has to fight, his own battle. That doesn't work out, and Flamey's able to transfer it over to Oscar, so a bit of a misstep. The original plan isn't how it plays out. And now that NaVi have got an entrance onto this A side. They haven't crossed over to it, Tetris bomb included. 1 smoke left on Zeus. very likely that that'll go toward jungle now because they've already got one onto CT, but they need to act quickly to get that bomb in position so that one on CT can actually hold off against the position that Sticko's in right now. And that's exactly why, because if he has vision there, that's a kill. He's already done massive damage onto Flamey. And that may be just enough. Is he gonna get away? It doesn't matter, he holds the angle. Sticko, well done. Angel's got Guardian as well. Good jump through into the window from Seeds. He's gonna, oh no, he misses it. Zero hits it.
I thought Seeds had that kill dead to rights there, but somehow Zero turns around and finds it with the Famous. And it's a big round pickup there for HellRaisers. The default not really working out for NaVi. They hold strong, and that's going to be swelling the bank account. The CT's here. 4-0. Seized. How do you find that kill? The 1v1 would have been very viable for him. We're going to round number 5. I don't think the terrorists have brought much into this round, considering where they're sat. They just have some upgraded pistols, no grenades, no armor. And it's your pad on Oscar. This is where HellRaisers really do get rolling here on the second map. It is a best of 3, of course. The others joining as they lost the first map overpass. Pretty convincing fashion. It was 16-8 in favor of NaVi.
Oh, Oscar did see one at the top and middle that time on the face. Not going to redo it. He's going to just lob the nade out. That doesn't do any damage at all because it sits under a stairwell. So Edward gets away unscathed. As to just Guardian. Zero. This falls away from Connector, but that allows Angel to push up in the wing. He'll spot up one player in Flamey. You should know he's there now as he's fired some bullets, some shots. Doesn't matter though, because NaVi, they've only got the pistols. They can't really approach without more than a swarm. And Zero takes down Flamey, and he watches that ladder room further to find Seized. It's pretty straightforward. Climb the ladder as well from Guardian and try and readdress this, but there's really not much he can do.
There's not really much NaVi can do as a whole here. Sticko in a decent position to take down Edward. If he does decide to face, which he does, takes him down. He's going to go for the double hit towards Short, and it's going to be Angel helping him out as well. So 5-0 here for HellRaisers. Starting off very strongly indeed. This is where we'll see the ult from Guardian there for the first time, so I'm sure this is where NaVi will slow down the pace, go for those standards, get the mid control, push the TDs back, smokes towards connector and window. Guardian decides to pick towards the B apartments traditionally. We'll see where he decides to go this round. There is the face from Sticko. Lighting them up towards Short. Ton of damage. And here it is, and I have to say, Oscar actually bested Guardian overall in the first half of Overpass. Looked like a very formidable character on that one. As we're going to round number 6 there. It's a slow-paced game from NaVi. Going towards middle. Guardian just boosting himself up on the box there, looking over that smoke.
Edwards in behind the boxes, but Guardian's on top of them, trying to face down through mid with this AWP. There's no one inside window. There's no one on catwalk. It's a very passive stance right now from HellRaisers as we see it on the map. It's Angel, Sticko both playing inside of B. So giving up mid. There's a couple different styles and approaches to Mirage, but usually mid is an important asset to it. There's a lot of pressure on positioning and communication on the CT side if you do give that up, because you're basically covering off 3 angles to the A site potentially if they get toward connector, which they have now done. Seized is there. Flamey gonna line up to set the smokes inside of the A site. Seized has got Zero already before they even enter from this front side of the site. Smoke goes out late. That'll give Seized the chance to wrap through jungle once it lands. Good pick though from Bondic as he takes down Zeus, and now on Tetris he's gonna fight forward inside of A main. He's all on his own, and Flamey's gonna find him. Oscar's last alive in the site. And there's the wrap. Good pickup though onto Edward from Angel, because that'll give them some stance back at jungle. Good pickup from Oscar. He's got 2, and Angel does find it. So it's all Oscar again that has the impact, and the timing just falls apart for NaVi.
Holding on strong there, Oscar, just staying alive just long enough to let the smokes dissipate there. And NaVi not really capitalizing when they find those initial picks. Holding up, pretty slow procedure there. We saw the CTs going aggressive at the start. Bonding finding that first kill towards Palace as well. But there it is, HellRaisers coming back in
I like
style here.
those lenses.
Throwing it back to the early 2000s there.
Zeus chilling out, relaxing, acting all cool.
Just taking a pause potentially here.
It is a tactical pause from NaVi.
Ah, there it is on screen. Well, of course, that's going to be required at this point. It's not like HellRaisers have to work too hard for this. They haven't really done a crazy aggressive game like we normally talk about. They haven't been pushing up middle at all. They've just been holding the defaults, and Oscar's been hitting the shots once again once you have the AWP. Guardian's been very quiet indeed. Hashtag Davi, whatever that means.
Not sure, but Starix is quite vocal in this timeout. So obviously he's seen something that he does not like, and he's got something that he would like to try. I mean, the interesting thing is, HellRaisers have given up mid a lot, and they're just luring NaVi in, so it's a fine line to play, it's a balance to play, but they've made it work. They played last time on Overpass, very different map style. But with a heavy rotation-based game, this time it's going to have to be almost retakes if they continue to play this style. But that said, NaVi hasn't really achieved much in getting bombs down because they're so slow on their execution.
Well, here's the change of pace for HellRaisers. They've got the pause as well, of course, and they're going to be trying to change things up a little bit. Angel towards that underpass area. Guardian just in the pistol. He had $3,200 left over, I think. He's looking at the AWP in the future, so this is a slight gamble from the terrorists here. Angel now retreating. He has taken a ton of damage towards underpass. Manages to get away just about. Not going to have anyone waiting for him on the other side as well, so NaVi now will be boosting up towards the window. Surely an easy shot for Guardian. It's a headshot, of course. Flamey does respond on towards Bondic, and it's going to come down to 0 now. Very important kill, which he nails. And he's looking for the second as well, but Edward takes him down.
Oscar, oh, that is so quick and so good. Guardian falls, bomb goes down.
Okay, Oscar.
This is, you said it right though, because they get the timeout as well, so this time they actually do put some pressure on mid, and I have to think that part of the reason they aren't doing that every single round is because they know the way NaVi plays, that if you give them the first pick, it just strengthens their tactical executes. So they're trying not to give anything away. They have gone down to a 1 versus 2, though. It is all on Oscar, but look where that bomb is. Yeah,
there's still a lot of work to do. They've got a smoke, though. Zeus just needs to chill out. He's got the smoke. Why is he not using it? Oh! Okay, he gets away with it, but still, he had the smoke map. I felt like just moving off towards jungle. You knew there was a possibility it could be that. That was a high-risk maneuver. Oscar, a rare miss.
That's pretty vain. Why did she think the pictures of her? It was of the other guy.
I wasn't really looking. Was it a grill? Was that what you were talking about?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. They seem to focus a lot of those on the crowd, but it's all fine. Still, we go into the first round win for NaVi there. 6-1. And they have the open Guardian, so getting into this now. Under 8. And we've got the AWP, of course, on Guardian. We'll see where he's heading towards this time. Trying to work it out. My mini-map is covered in sun. He's towards the top of middle. And Oscar, yeah, actually pushing off towards short. And there's no mid-presence whatsoever from the terrorists here. They're actually playing a very defensive mid-mentality. This is kind of classic NaVi playstyle right now. And it's holding up, waiting to see if there is any CT advances whatsoever. And then slowly but surely, and the operative word there being slowly, start dissecting the map. They may be going for a full-on AXQ here. As Guardian does join his comrades towards the A side of the map. And you've got smokes available, of course. And Seized looking to come from the underpass. So this could be the small A split coming in now.
Seized, unsure of which way to look. Window is occupied by Angel. Bondic back towards CT. 2 players there from HellRaisers. Quick peek out toward that jungle position. He's spotted up. Does take a little bit of damage. He's going to take more than that as a nade goes in. Down to 41 on Seized. Oscar's just waiting as well with this AWP for anyone who dare push through the Palace position.
Uh-oh.
That stack. Oh, all right. How does Oscar pull that off every time? He hits these crazy up-close shots that you'd never expect him to land, and again, it gives them the man advantage after Bondic takes down Flamey in return. Edward's going to wrap through this connector, though, and Zero is in front of him. He's not going to contest just yet because they have to wait for the rotations to get in better positions. Actually going to sit back on this. It could work out as Angel trades on Edward. That leaves them just 2, Guardian and Zeus. But Zeus is pushed quite forward. Angel going to flash out. Going to look away from that, though, smartly, Zeus, and keep his vision. But as he faces back, Guardian's the one with the shot instead. They now have information on where both are. Guardian's got Sticko inside a Palace, and it comes down to Bondic. He's got a kit. Missed shot from Guardian's going to give him a little bit more room inside of the site. Smoke out, going to try and cover that off, but Guardian knows he's going toward it. He can't quite get on it. It's not on the bomb entirely, and that gives Zeus the vision.
Yeah, Zeus could see that from the other side of the bomb. So that looked a bit problematic from Guardian. From his POV, it was absolutely fine for the terrorists as a whole, only doing what he could. And we saw Edward actually having the opportunity for the double spray down towards jungle. Angel kept the dream alive, but ultimately it's NaVi coming back into contention. Now, after the pause, they have been a much better unit. Going to number 9, you can see the money starting to dwindle now for HellRaisers. It's going to be Bondic on a body armor, no nades, and an MP7. Most of the teammates have got M4s, and of course Oscar on that AWP. I wouldn't be surprised if they're getting a little bit more aggressive. They're trying to find a pick towards maybe the lower ramp on A or pushing towards those B apartments. You see now it's Edward edging his way in. C's holding towards the B apartments here. Smoke down. At this point, it's just going to be bleeding out the CTs. They know the money's not going to be fantastic. It's up to Oscar once again. He's actually in the B window right now, backing up Sticko.
Sticko is playing aggressively as well.
Nice little setup here. You can see Sticko has vision towards short, and his teammate can call when they're crossing over towards him in that window. He can face at a real opportune moment. Angel holding towards that ladder room as well. It looks like a B-sided attack maybe coming in here. Another smoke expended by the CTs. They're absolutely fine by that. They still have a minute to work with as well. Like I said, bleeding out the CTs at this point is just the name of the game. Zeus will be joining them towards B as well. So this could be a real nice smoke execute from the terrorists. Oscar still going to be staying on B for now, though. Actually on the bomb side as well. It's going to come down to Sticko, I said. This little crossfire they've got will be working out for them. Oscar not facing the right time, but Sticko gets the first kill.
Good pick up in return, though, from Guardian and Edward contributing. Sticko down inside of the site. NaVi, 3 low players, very low players. 9, 10, 8 for the HP. Zero and Bondic both well off, and this can actually work out. Zero's going to cut him behind after they try and get toward that window position, so he can actually wrap around and try and find Edward, but the timing is off. He stands in the the open. That was the 8 HP that haunts Edward. He only gets 1 shot into Zero. Still, though, they don't have much on this.
Yeah, just an MP7 on Bondic and Zero with a couple of flashbangs. They've got no kits.
It's too late already, really.
Absolutely, but like you said, there was very low HP on towards those NaVi players, so definitely was a chance. Zero with another 180 shot there, dodging death once more. There's going to be 6-3 in favor of NaVi. 3 in a row, in fact, so that's very impressive stuff from them. CTs do save an M4 and an MP7. It surely is the time they are broken. It was a struggle to buy into the last one, and potentially 4 rounds in a row now for NaVi. Seems like NaVi, after the tours, have recalibrated themselves, worked out what the problems were. Now working more efficiently as a unit, like I said, taking with that CT utility, working together, grouping up, and giving multiple targets towards the isolated players. It seems like HellRaisers take a lot of risk in terms of their setup to the CT side. I've sent 4 players towards A, 1 on B, and we're pushing for information at this point. Actually playing quite a defensive game in the last few rounds. Some replays here of Oscar and some phenomenal up shots he took. We are in sunny Kiev, as we said. We're in the stadium. It's a lovely day.
Pause this time is technical, hence the SLTV logo. Instead, Starks has his headset off, so you wonder if it's communications. Oh, you know what it is? There's what it is. So the shadow is actually, I don't know if we have a full shot of the studio the stadium we could show. The shadow has actually gone beyond the stage, but there is skylights in the canopy to add more natural light into the building. And obviously one of those skylights is perfectly aligned right now with the NaVi players, so that is why we have
it's a natural technical pause.
Yeah, exactly. And that's understandable. I can't criticize that. That's extremely annoying to play with. I used to have a room as a kid where our computer was set in one of the first house, I guess I grew up in. The second house I lived in, doesn't really matter.
Well,
and we had to hang a complete carpet over the window if we were on the computer because you couldn't see anything.
At least this way, you can get a tan while playing Counter-Strike.
It's true.
And
it might be the first time some of these guys ever get a tan.
Yeah, well.
Us included, for that matter.
Yeah, definitely me included. I don't think I've ever had a tan. Well, the pause will be coming in. This is sometimes a problem with having the tournament outside. I think ESL Dubai suffered from similar problems with the heat and having an outdoor setup. It is very cool and looks great, but sometimes Mother Nature will win the battle. We are back into this though. The caps have been put on. NaVi are ready. It's 6-3. As I said, looking to be a 4th here as NaVi are up against too much. You have managed to save 2 rifles here, HellRaisers, an M4 and an AK. 1 flashbang, couple of kits purchased just in case. One of those pistol players just try to help out in that sense. And it's going to be a fast play though from Flamey. He gets taken down. 2 kills for HellRaisers. Both of the rifles coming to life now. It's actually the man advantage working out for them as well, but it looks like that may be getting away from them now. It's just going to be Oscar and Sticko. PT50's in hand. Guardian finding the 4th kill. Just 1 more now. Sticko drops as well. So a round of potential for sure for HellRaisers, but ultimately gifted towards NaVi.
I like it. Sees is even trying to duck down behind the monitor to get even less glare. I mean, you got to remember, here's something you can consider. They're wearing yellow jerseys.
Yep.
They're also of a material that's quite reflective. It's not direct cotton, so there is going to be a reflection from the monitor itself. You can actually see the yellow on the desk from it. Put on a black jersey, a shirt would also help in this situation. It's an old photography trick. If you don't have a reflector, find someone in a white t-shirt and stand them where you need them. Works, you'd be surprised. You can also use a street sign that you unscrew illegally and reflect light with it, and then put it back when you're done.
Always put it back. Well, they have got the first pick here. Oscar, once again, he'll be contributing, going straight towards middle. Takes down Edward. And this will be the first round in 4, if they were to win it. But NaVi once again heading towards B, and they've still got Guardian alive. One of his favorite maps here. He'll be going towards the underpass, looking for the next pick, but look at this setup in the CTs. It's going to be Angel just staring down towards that underpass. He's got backup from Oscar as well. He doesn't have to worry too much about middle. And C surely going to drop it. It's not a position you check. There it is. First kill. Our second of this round going in favor of Angel. Lovely little setup there from CTs. I like that a lot.
Flamey is going to play from the top of the A ramp, and Bondic in shadow. Needs to be found early. Zero has his attention drawn toward connector, so there's a chance Flamey can at least get that far without being detected. And he is going to do it, but get taken by Bondic. That pulls Zero back slightly just to consider if anyone else is walking in aim, but now that shot from Guardian out from middle is going to give away his positioning. They just need to find Zeus, and the round pretty much over. HellRaisers should be on to 7 quite quickly here. We don't call it done just yet because Guardian is explosive if he can find the right positioning.
Indeed.
Oscar is way over toward B
10,
as well.
Well, I would say it's done now with the timing.
10 seconds, yeah.
They'll just be saving these weapons in the palace area, so it will be 7-4. HellRaisers keeping all 5 players alive as well. It's very beneficial. You and I often talk about that whole reset game in the CT side, and it doesn't affect you too badly if you keep all 5 players alive. You can see there's about $3,500 left over after that round, so the 1,400 coming in potentially if they lose the next means they still get a bye just about. So in a strong position now. I'm sure NaVi can buy going into this one after winning 4 rounds in a row. There it is, Orp as well on towards Guardian. He's actually got residual cash as well, 4K. So he had a ton of money. I hope that's correct, there's not delay. You have seen a couple of that happening in this tournament. It's going to be a face towards middle from the CTs. That will be Angel, flashing himself in just to see if he can find anything there. It's going to be Edward towards the top of middle waiting for them. No super aggressive play from the CT so far. We have got Oscar towards the B apartments now. This could get interesting, a change of setup here. We talk a lot about these top AWPers actually changing their position up every single round, and Oscar, I think he fired off a shot there, so NaVi will be aware that's where he's to be playing from this time. Backed up by Angel. Let's go full execution here, potentially. I'd say this probably maybe a fake. Is any other player towards the top middle, but we'll see what they decide to do. Set piece potential in this boost. We saw this yesterday. It can be really cool. We get that first pick and drop down.
Oh, and the lineup this time does present itself, but Oscar can't hit the shot. Now they have to scurry away. What a recovery, because he doesn't have positioning. Look at this smoke as well. There's one-way smoke. See underneath of it. I don't know if that's by design or not. I didn't see where that was thrown from. We'll have to take a look into that if we see it again, but Zero's going to find Flamey when they drop through. It did work to get Oscar. We've got the advantage here on the CT side as well. Guardian's looking for it through the wall. Will collect some damage, goes to the AK. Confident on his approach that he can try and just push through. They're waiting as well. He's waiting for Edward to get in better position, but he's locked up with Bondic. So this is going to draw some time away from the clock. Molotov and Edward's got to go the other direction, back out toward Catwalk. 24 seconds left to work with.
We'll see what they can do here. It's going to be a 3-on-2. The CT's now getting aggressive, of course. 1 frag found for Edward, but he's given his position away. He's got 13 seconds remaining to find the bomb, and 2 remaining CD players going to be making his way to the site, hoping he can get the drop on Stecco. There it is, finds the kill, going to be planting in the corner now, got a real chance. Bondic coming in from short. Big round here.
Crowd's certainly loving it. Edward, though, just with the 36 HP, has to go against essentially a full HP Bondic on 99. No kit, remember. Oh, he overextends. Oversteps it, can't get the information on it. Edward goes down. It's going to be another round for HellRaisers, who look much better in this game than they have throughout the first one and even some of the games earlier on in this tournament, yesterday especially, but see if they can convert it when we swap over.
I have to say, Matt, that smoke you were discussing just there, I think there's a terrorist smoke. That actually was a misthrown smoke.
Yeah.
That should be landing to the left a little bit more and taking full vision away, like it's like a right angle holding off the smoke to the bomb site.
He did get Zeus through it, though. That's the interesting thing. Yeah, it didn't, I mean, it's a pretty risky play because that means you're committing to balcony, not dropping in, so makes sense.
Okay.
That one's definitely misthrown.
No, that's another secret one.
Okay, cool.
So I'll explain it after the game.
Please do. I want a 10-minute video from you on it. As Bondic, let's pick up one and Oscar. This is just a slaughter. They can't do anything. NaVi's getting shut down hard on a map where they're normally known for such good execution.
Similar stories against VP yesterday, though, Matt. It was 11-4 in the first half of Mirage.
It's true, good point.
Very similar scenes. And that was the buy, forced buy, I guess, from NaVi. Didn't really amount to too much, a faster pace play from them. They normally chuck that in, known to be that slow, methodical team. Like to throw in those kind of rounds to catch CTs off guard, especially if they're trying to push towards middle, for example. But this time not getting anything for it, just complete mode out from the CTs there. They go into the closing sectors of this second map. Well, the first half of the second map. Oscar finding the first frags. It's going to be pistols. Doesn't land the second shot. Big opportunity to get the second. It's going to be Flamey taking him down with the Desert Eagle. 4-on-4.
To go with this Vincere, he's going to throw it out toward that cubby position. Gets them a little bit further out. Catwalk. Good shot though from Zeus. Something to potentially build off of. Nade's going to do some decent damage onto him though as it bounces down. 34 HP left. Bondic's going to find Flamey, bring it back to 3 versus 3. Oh, look at Z's though. This is great. Through the window, he's gone in completely undetected.
Does he have what it takes to just scout out his bombs a little longer? Maybe going for the knife there. He's doing it.
This is the thing. So this is the thing, in a situation like that where the crowd gets that loud,
yeah, that's true.
Sticko can often be like, okay, so what's going on? And then everyone just does a little check behind them. That could have cost them, but he does get the kill. He gets away with it. Sticko never considers the possibility. And Angel, he's going to go down to C's. NaVi's going to turn this round entirely on its head based on that play as that lurk does end up successful. And it's on to Bondic. He does have a kit. He's got an AWP picked up now as well. He's just going to save this. He's committing to saving this for the next round.
That's a really good point, Matt, actually. Obviously, like, they are in soundproof booths, but when you're in a stadium like this with thousands of people, the bass is going to be heard regardless, right? Somebody trying to do a ninja defuse. As soon as that goes down, you're going to hear everyone start screaming. You're going to think something up, and that's actually quite true for that example there. So C's potentially could have stayed alive a little bit longer. As soon as the crowd started cheering, you could see Sticko deciding, well, maybe there is something going on here.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, they're in soundproof booths. Debatable, you know, some have different thicknesses of soundproof than others, but they've also got the in-ears, they've also got the ear cups, so it's not like they can hear direct details, but the thunderous applause is usually
you're going to feel that from the vibrations of the floor anyway,
exactly.
aren't you? So you're going to feel that going on. But it's NaVi with the Desert Eagles somehow coming up on top of that round. This is the moment here. You can see he's considering trying to stay like that, maybe go for a knife or something, but got a bit hairy and decides to execute him with the Tech 9 at close range. It's going to be NaVi finding their 5th round here, so we go into the final round of the first half. Orp Oscar, of course, another great map for him. Angel pushing off towards short, and Oscar this time in towards the window area, looking for any boost right now. That could be a potential as well, as C's and Zeus are coming from the underpass together. We like to boost, and there's going to be a Molotov to push back the CT before and potentially do that.
Fire in toward that vent as well, just to clear it off. Molotov as well. Now they can try and get vision onto Catwalk. Don't really have the positioning to do it. They're trying to flush that CT out and catch them, but either way, it's going to give them the chance to wrap back over toward A. They get the bomb back through Horseshoe. They'll leave Edward in position with the M4. Zero's giving up the gig leads toward the jungle position as well.
Well then, Sticko looking for intel here. Has pushed up pretty aggressively in towards the B apartments. That allows them to have 3 CTs on the A side. Here's a contact play from NaVi. Molotov going in towards Sandwich here. Not going to get too much for it. There's going to be Incendiary out himself. Flashbang's coming in, Bond again for the first phase. It's going to work out, surely. There it is, 2 frags coming in for the CTs. Make it 3 now as Zero chimes in. That should be the round guaranteed at this point. Oscar taking down Zeus, just Flamey remains now. He's got the AK-47 in a 5-on-1, looking for any kills he can get here. There it is, first half, getting to double figures for HellRaisers, 10-5. And that's very convincing stuff. They won the pistol, got the 3-0. And we've always said that CT halves are great. The real task comes in now, going up against a brick wall, which is NaVi on the CT side. Oscar playing phenomenally. We'll see what he can do here. There's Parla screaming in the background for you, if you can hear that.
Paula tends to scream quite a bit at these events. He's a passionate CS fan, Henry.
He always seems to be screaming on our broadcasts. I don't know why.
Yeah, the simple or the silent play.
Yeah, yeah. Every clip we've got, you've got Parlor screaming right next to us.
It's all right, it's understandable. As I say, passionate CS fan. Much like these people. Thankfully, we're outdoors because those thunder sticks, they seem like such a great idea, but they're almost like the vuvuzelas at the World Cup.
Oh God, no, I wouldn't put them in that category. The vuvuzela
If you're inside a hockey arena with a low roof, the echo from those, it sounds like air conditioning just blasting in your ear the whole time. They can be quite bad. But yes, the vuvuzelas are next level.
Well then, here we go. HellRaisers, they went to win this T-pistol. They've got a very strong chance indeed. We'll see whether NaVi can lock them down, but look at this intel gathered by Zeus already. He's already pushed the lower round, found nothing for it, so that's going to be the first frag coming from Guardian. He pushed off towards short, and frags here equal so far. Zero taking out Flaming. They have got control of the connector as well, but it's Edward stepping up with the USP. Just Bondic remaining now. The bomb is down towards the connector. He is actually going to be towards the A side, so he can find his go towards Zeus. He's definitely got opportunity here, going with the burst fire, and it's not really going to work out for him just yet, but that shot certainly does. And now a 2 versus 1. He's got low HP. CT's aware of position and sees. Finishes him off. And there we go. This is when HellRaisers do start to struggle. If they don't get the momentum going on the T side, it's when NaVi can certainly get back into this pretty comfortably.
We'll see if they can convert it. Remember, HellRaisers has struggled so far in this series. Oh, the Illuminati triangle. Why not? To get more than a single round on the first map on the T side.
Interesting.
NaVi, interesting.
No buy at all, really. They've got some deagles. Like most teams, like I said, will always force buy on the second without getting the bomb now. But just a few deagles there. 3 players facing towards middle. Edward does spot them with the M4, decides better of it. Not going to face that one, doesn't want to get taken down by a chance headshot from those pistols. Flamey once again pushing into that lower round barrier. Getting a ton of information there. Looking at the terrorists trying to use the long range angles of middle to find that first Desert Eagle headshot. Maybe rotating back towards B now. Or just using the ladder to go towards A. Why not? Take the long road. Bomb is towards his B apartment, so I guess this may be some sort of fake. They can't really decide where they want to go.
Slow walk toward B. No one at Van to jump and face. Edward and seized inside of the site. Seized boosted as well to spot underneath the green tarpaulin. Zeus, though, does get the start on Oscar. Now they'll go. Molotov slightly late, but Seized is mowing them down regardless, and Edward has the gun redrawn in time to catch Sticko on the way through. All too easy to close, and this is a hometown favorite, can't you tell, Henry G?
I can tell for sure. And it's NaVi stepping up there against the Desert Eagles. Doesn't drop a single frag there, so that's going to help them boost their economy going forward. It'll be interesting to see how HellRaisers operate going into the next round, whether they'll just go for the Deagles once again or just keep things completely conservative to make sure they have that nice full buy. There we go then. Same again pretty much. A few upgraded pistols, no nades. Edging towards the B side. It's going to be 3 players in those B apartments, but the bomb's still down towards the top and middle. Can see Bondic by himself and Palace. And like I said before, the CTs have been favouring pushing into that lower ramp. Looks like we'll be seeing that once again. But Guardian's open things up. He's aggressive, of course, towards the top and middle. Only finds 1 though, before taken down by Zero. Edward was there to back him up, but unable to get the refrag straight away.
Rotate back around as well and double set inside middle still with no guns drawn on this HellRaisers side. It's at least a kill onto Guardian, but back over toward A. The interesting thing is with this double mid stance, there is only 1 player inside of the site, and that's Flamey with the MP9. So now on to 5 HP. Bomb in the hands of Bondic. Go for the spray, can't land it. MP9 back underneath the shadow. They're going to limit him in this position. Repeat coming out. No, doesn't even need it. Flamey's going to take him down. They didn't need the player in the form of Zeus at jungle to do the dirty work for him. Flamey does fall, and eventually that will be how it closes, but they don't need umbrellas today, Henry, just thunder sticks.
We need umbrellas. We've got them. We're the umbrella girls today.
I have to say you are much better looking, so that's fine by me.
I know it. You don't have to tell me. Tell everyone else.
I just did.
Well, we're getting to the meat and potatoes here. No more pistol rounds.
So British.
And we'll see whether HellRaisers can find anything out of this. Oscar definitely has been leading the charge for HellRaisers throughout this series. He's only got the AWP and body armor, no nades to work with, but you know what? That man doesn't need grenades. Just that sniper rifle. He can do some serious work here. But
undoubtedly true.
But a big bird coming in with Guardian on the other side of the field. And he is probably, arguably now, the best sniper. I think Fallen's definitely coming.
He's coming closer.
He's coming in.
He's improving significantly in that sense, is he not?
Yeah, I would agree. In terms of a complete package as well.
Yeah, that's undoubted.
You have to say he's actually getting very close to taking that title.
Have world #1 even, overall.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue Cold's up there individually skilled. There's a couple players individually skilled, but when it comes to complete packages,
so in terms of like you're an organization who you want in your team,
yep.
that's pretty convincing for having #1 player in the world status.
Oh, Guardian, that smoke fades out. Zero does see it, spots up Zeus as well.
2 for 3 almost. Didn't have to work too hard for those whatsoever. Zero opens it up. And HellRaisers have a huge advantage now in round number 19. 30 seconds to play with though, that's the only problem. It's Flamey waiting for them on the A side. He could lock this down. Never rule him out, but that Molotov could.
Flamey burning alive. Oh, a team kill from Oscar this time onto Angel. As he oversteps him, he's walked in front of him. Oscar was coming in from A main to find that pick. 6 seconds, they commit to this bomb plant. They are going to get it down, so the round continues. Oscar might make up for it. Can't quite land the fast shot on a Flamey. 14 HP still for him, and C's to work together. Still 2 versus 2 on this retake. Jumping up though, Sticko's going to find C's, and it leaves the low HP. So that team kill may not actually come to hurt them too much.
No, I think it's absolutely fine here. But did it come close? Oscar giving them an advantage in terms of just blowing the head off on his teammates. I'm not sure we actually saw that from his POV, so I'd like to see how that went down, but still, I don't think that's going to happen. And the retake coming in for the CT's unable to do anything about it. Sticko boosting up on the bomb side there, nailing the last shot. And this was the opening play from Zero. Could he actually see him? I don't think he could, you know, but took the shot regardless, and he gets the second. So the 6th sense working in his favor. I've got sun all over my screen. Maybe he could.
Do you not have an umbrella?
I do, but it was hurting my arm holding it up.
That's why you rested on the desk like I do.
Yeah, but that was just getting in the way. It felt uncomfortable.
All right, fair enough. 11-8, the score is still in favor of HellRaisers. We've picked up a round in this half. Good shot as well from Oscar, winning that duel against Guardian. Again, double op was still in play though, so it's C's that will carry and wield the second weapon for them. And he is over on the B site. In fact, up on the platform, he's trying to hold the tight angle toward this hallway. He's gonna have vision if they walk into this. Zero. Sticko there as well. They're setting for the execution, but that doesn't include vision being limited from inside of this apartment building as C's tags up the first shot onto Oscar. They know he's here, and they're still lining up these smokes. Bondix ready. Here they go.
45 seconds, eh? I'm not sure they'll commit to this, knowing the C's is there with the orb. And he's aggressive. There it is. That's the first shot. Takes Sticko down. Will they be pushing into this one? He's going to be there for alone for now. He has got the teammates rotating in. It C's in a very difficult spot now, just trying to negate these smokes. Hits the second shot as well. That's Zero dropping. And now it's up to the terrorists, and that was it. C's really could have secured that round for NaVi had he hit the third, but it's not going to happen. 3-on-3 now. Edward is hiding behind the smoke. Bondic finding Zeus. Farn comes in.
Look at this position from Edward. Drops the bomb. 16 seconds left. It may be a 2-on-1. He overfaces it, and down he goes. Angel collects Flamey. 10 seconds left in the round. They win it on the kill. And now it's 12 for HellRaisers. It's good to see your umbrella back.
C's dad really had an opportunity to hit that third shot. I thought he was going to, given a lot of airtime on that player, but just couldn't make it connect. And now HellRaisers with a massive lead here. The T-side actually working out in their favor. It's 12-8 now, and they've broken the economy of NaVi, and they'll be stacking towards the A side here. One player in middle, and Edward checking out the Palace point. Still a lot of work here to do for HellRaisers. Not out of the woods just yet. One map down, and still looking to close this one out. NaVi still have some breathing room as well. They're more than fine to take an eco here. StarLadder's the in-game leader now, taking over from Zeus, who was looking like it was a role that frustrated him a lot, maybe.
Yeah, definitely frustrated him a lot. You can see he's less vocal now during timeouts. He doesn't seem to be venting quite as much toward teammates, and that might be a good thing within the team as well, because we do talk about how, you know, tilted and aggressive they can be toward one another in these high-pressure situations.
Quite a scary character as well. I don't want him shouting at me.
He's a big teddy bear. Sticko's going to work and line up the smoke. Crosshair corner. Line it up with the edge of the wall. Wait for his teammates to make the call. Bondic to get in position. Oscar to get closer to the ramp so they can bust through with speed. But look at this setup on top of the default box. It's Flamey. It's going to find the first kill. Zeus follows up. No, he doesn't land it, but it is going to be Edward and Guardian that will. As they take down Bondic, Zero's made an answer, but it's now just him versus 3. Flash out, decent damage dealt. Not quite, he does go down to 75 and get away with bomb and an AK still up, but there's 10 seconds in this round. They wait so long to execute against these pistols that this is done. He's going to fade away with this, just save the AK.
They weren't doing anything with their default either. They were just holding up, like you said, for so long. Didn't really get any sort of control on the map. You're going to do a default like that, you want to be taking over underpass, you want to get in towards a ladder room and maybe check out the window as well. Then you can go back into something like that. You can't just have no intel on the map whatsoever and have an idea whether the stack could be towards A. They didn't check out towards B whatsoever. Normally, if you know you're going against a full eco, you can get an SMG and push one player in towards B, check out what's going on, and then you can react from that. Those guys, that was a huge blunder. There wasn't really anything purchased with the CTs whatsoever, just some 5.7s, P250s. And that's got NaVi right back into this. We thought that was an almost guaranteed round, and you can see that's affected the economy of HellRaisers. They're on the eco now, just 0 with the AK as he saved last round. But this could be opening the floodgates here from such an advantageous position for HellRaisers. It's looking a little bit bleak now. NaVi almost certainly going to get double figures here. Guardian with the AWP finds the first frag, takes down Angel. Catch from Connector. Zeus watching the underpass here. Sticko surely about to get his head blown off, but not after taking some nade damage first.
Zeus. Still inside of this connector, trying to find a better angle. Trying to get a read on this offense from HellRaisers as they stack underneath the window. Trying to get a 0 up in a position where they can potentially bust through. Zero is inside of that smoke now as well. They have gotten inside, but Zeus can open up the round finally. Does work out for NaVi though. Zero goes down, Bondic as well. Last player, Oscar, trying to lurk late with the bomb in toward B. So they were trying to distract and go for the plant. It doesn't really work out to anything in that sense. All 5 players stay alive on NaVi, and they've got this back to 2. 2 rounds the difference, 12-10.
Indeed. Pretty solid round there for NaVi, starting to build some serious cash as well. You see Guardian, $300 after purchasing into this round. He's got the AWP as well. Another quiet game from there. Still bottom fragging for NaVi. No godlike performances so far in this tournament, I would say. He's been decent, but it's been a while since I've seen him go absolutely ham. To the Edward now. Aggressive pace here from NaVi. Going to be flashed off, though. Edward's still committing towards it. It's going to be backed up by Guardian. Looking for that first frag, but I think Angel's got this one. Surely doesn't manage to finish it off, though. Takes Edward down to 22 HP, and he gets away with his life as well. So that's a man advantage in favour of the CTs now. The Bondic towards the end of Palace, looking to do something out of this. He's going to be executing the terrorists with the bomb coming in from lower ramp.
Zeus is going to sit inside that connector, wait for that smoke to dissipate. Flamey gets a little bit of information from jumping up and through the smoke. Sticko gets the response, knows where he's going to land, figures it out, solves the problem. Reload as well. Time to face potentially more and against Seized. The second challenge coming in from the CT spawn area. 3 players still looped over toward that jungle position. 2, in fact, still inside a connector from NaVi. With bomb down, they've got to start buying some time. Zero Tech 9 going to win another duel. Look how close that op shot came to nailing him, though, through the wall. This Guardian can't quite get the lineup. Zeus going to go down in the open. Guardian will find Zero that time through the wall. Still a 2 versus 2. They've got to act quickly. As they've got a kid onto Edward. It's not him that's going to tap first. They're going to try and face this. It's running lower and lower. He's gone. Guardian with 1. Kit, he's nearby, but he's got to find the pistol shot now, and he fades away. There's no time. He'll get it, but he's got to give it up.
Okay, then. So Guardian gets 4 kills, and HellRaisers didn't really have much to work with there. They lost their first pick as well, but there's Tech 9 on the side is causing all sorts of trouble there. Seed from CD Spawn could have locked it down, but he flashed himself and tried the face and fell apart from that point. Massive round there from HellRaisers. They answer back after having a blunder of a round against the CTs with the pistols themselves. Tactical pause now for HellRaisers after winning the round. I guess at this point, they want to calculate themselves. We know their T-sides have been weak. Work out how they're going to approach the next round, whether they're going to go in for that full execution. The sun looking like it is a bit of a problem there for Zeus. Straight in the face, of course.
It's all right.
There it is. Don't look into the sun, guys.
So there's the skylights. So the shadow itself from the canopy is beyond the stage, but right now, one of those skylights is perfectly aligned with the box. They are in the booth. That guy's moving it. Yeah, we see you, buddy. We see you. Gives you an idea of how vast the spectrum is here, really.
And HellRaisers we trust. Well,
it's starting to get to Angel's face now as well.
Almost. It's creeping in. It's on his torso right now.
They're also wearing white shirts, which are even more reflective, you could argue, than the yellow.
But they'll stay cooler than a black shirt.
It's true.
And absorb the rays.
Yep. Tactical pause for HellRaisers as they want to close this out.
It's the last stages of this map, right? So they've got the tactical pause available.
Yep. Well, that's it. I mean, they did just win the last round, but they want to make sure they keep it going.
But yeah, they just don't want to make any mistakes here, which they are known to do. Like we said, that instant execution against 5 pistols in NaVi where they were fully stacked, didn't really think about what they were doing. Just thought, well, if you do a full execute against pistols, surely we're going to win. We can't lose that. And of course they did, because they didn't actually push the CDs back, didn't get any intel on any other parts. It was holding up defensively and decided to do that. And I think the amount of times I've explained that whole concept while casting is getting a bit boring, but you know, one more time for good measure. Match is on pause, and Zeus with the auto sniper map, 2 AWPs as well. They really have brought out something special here in round number 24. This could be interesting.
We'll see how it goes. Shot in the mid from Guardian, can't find them, they're getting closer and closer. 2 smokes down to let them push around, and he doesn't get the shot at close on Catwalk either, but good Molotov out's gonna limit them. That allows Edward to push back up. They try and wrap through the ladder. He nearly goes down, but they can't face it. That Molotov's gonna hold it off and give Edward the chance to get the reload, so that Molotov defines everything. In fact, he goes to the USP. Well held. As NaVi give themselves a 4-1 situation to try and close up on. Looked awkward with Guardian missing that many shots, but Edward somehow makes it work.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Guardian taking away so much of the aggro and allowed Edward to get some positional control. He finds 2. Let's get taken out in the end. And now it's just 0 with the Galil holding towards T-spawn. So that pause, they came up with a very fast tactic there, and it could have worked out for them, but a lot of gaps in the smoke, and Edward waiting for them. Just stuck between 2 of the strong Guardian, NaVi players and the former Guardian and Edward. Round number 24 will be going in favor of NaVi. Just 0 now trying to hold on to Khalil. That suggests the money wasn't fantastic for them in the first place, so presumably after NaVi get this round, it'll be 13-11 and potentially up against a partial buy of HellRaisers. 30 seconds remaining, and Zero just desperately trying to stay alive here. Doesn't look like anyone will be hunting him just yet, but we have got Guardian on towards short. He's got the AWP, and considering these CTs have 3 sniper rifles right now, one of them being an auto sniper, it's not really worth them hunting. They've got a much bigger price to lose than Zero has. He's just holding up in T-spawn. I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to try and upgrade that to an AK, but of course they're all down towards short and ladder room. So that's not really an option right now. 5 seconds, and he will be surviving. No one hunting him down.
So round to NaVi. We see that sun, the next skylight now passing by that booth, and inside of the HellRaisers one, they've got the hats on as well.
Can we get one of those hats?
We could probably if we ask the right people.
We love merch, so...
I've got too much merch. I have 2 suitcases with me. They're both full, so...
Yeah, but you can never have too much merch. Free swag.
Yeah, well, if I have to throw some out to get it home, you could argue that it's too much.
I'll take it. Give me your swag.
I could do that, you're right.
Now back to London, of course, after this. On the never-ending journey of eSports. It's going to be round number 25. This will be Rush coming in from HellRaisers this time. Edward gets the first kill. Zero finding something with that Galil, but the bomb has been dropped now. Sees, burns away at Oscar. And now, not really many options here for the terrorists. They're going to be phased out by the incendiary as well. Galil is still alive for them, but he's joined by 2 Glock players as well. But they've got options here. Not going to be pincered in just yet. And that's a shot being missed by Seized in this AWP-heavy setup they've got. 4-3. Flamey joining him in as well. Don't really need to be pushing the terrorists at this point. They've got the bomb. They've got the positions locked down. It's just up to HellRaisers to make the next move. We'll be boosting up towards short, seeing if they can find something out of this. Like I said, there's literally no reason for a CT to go hunting here.
Push through the vents as well, so they've got good positioning now as they go toward that checker room. But Zeus is watching it, staring it down. That auto sniper is going to prevail. Sticko gets caught by Flamey as well inside of the apartment position, and bomb still dropped inside of the site. It's just Bondic to try and pull this back. So the timeout, and they won that 13th round. They haven't won one since, as NaVi brings it within 1, 13-12 late. Remember, NaVi's won the first map, best of 3 elimination match. HellRaisers pressure's on.
Indeed. Yeah, NaVi looking to tie things up here. And there is an AWP purchase for Oscar, so they are potentially going all in here. This could be an interesting maneuver from them. They've got 1 AWP, Galil's, 1 AK, and a UMP. They really are relying on Oscar to deliver the goods. He's glass cannon and edging in towards middle right now. Like I said, there are 3 snipers waiting for him. Guardian's one of them. He's watching that angle. They just don't have the utility to do anything about this, to take it off. And here we go. This duel's going to come in once again. It's been Oscar's winning most of these battles. And no one coming out on top this time. Oscar rounders off a shot, basically by his teammate as well. No casualties yet.
Well, they're going to fall away from this as well as Zero goes back toward the apartments. Bomb's going to head back over toward A, so they're still going to backtrack on this. It'll be interesting to see if the 2 players in the apartments are going to elect to try and go through middle instead, given that there's a minute left and they're being quite passive about rotating back over. Flamey's going to wait from jungle. Very spread out CT defense right now. If they do go mid, which it looks like they will do, both Zero and Angel, they will get confronted. Have to play battle with Edward. He's not facing in the window, he's coming back down from ladder, but they still haven't got an entry point. 35 seconds now to work with, and still 10 players alive. Angel's just gonna go, smoke out. Edward has a chance to re-peek this from the ladder room when he goes through. Does spot Zeus, now has vision, but Angel's already made it through that connector position.
Good incendiary from Zeus there, just as the round is dying out, 20 seconds remaining. Edward finding a kill on towards Angel, and this Auto Sniper doing some work now. It's Flamey chiming in, and it's gonna be the round over at this stage. Completely locked down here. The terrorists didn't really have anything to work with in terms of utility. Not finding a single frag here, and Dotska left on 4 HP. They should go hunting for this one. They know he's got the AWP, and he's low as well. We can see all of the CTs hunting him. If they do get this kill, it means he has no money going to the next round. We're not going to find out. I'm sure he did stay alive. Got to keep into the game in those situations, guys, but it's fine. I'm going to guess he did survive. Who knows? What do you think, Matt? Did he survive?
Couldn't tell you, Henry. Does his dignity survive? That's the more important question.
We still don't know, of course. But still, smoke's coming in, and like I said, Flamey capitalizing there, holding up the lineup, and he did survive.
Oscar did, yes, with the AWP, but that's all they get. Still 3 sniper rifles on this NaVi side as well. An auto sniper from Zeus moves forward into another round. They're going to rely on Oscar to find the opening pick and then potentially open the floodgates onto this B site, but it's going to be a fast rotation in the fact that they've got, I believe this time Guardian with the AWP, that is, in toward the window, and Zeus, Edward playing on the catwalk. That. Great shot from C's. That's the AWP gone. It'll be re-picked up quite easily by Zero, but they're down 2 men. Getting aggressive towards C's. He's going to go to the Tech 9. Great shot when he peeks back out. Sticko falls. It's going to be the lead to NaVi if all things go according to plan and finishes this round started. Zero's on 33 HP, does still have that AWP. They have the bomb. They can head back over to the A site, but already the rotation's heading back in that direction.
5-on-2, just trying to save it all once again, going to the next round. That's going to be the aim of the game here. Zero. And he'll be joined by his teammate Bondic. They're trying to do something with this by the look of things. I guess there's so much time, they need to try and get something rolling. Holding up towards Palace for now, got to be smoked out. CT's holding very strong. It sees the secondary AWP of NaVi. Opening things up this round. And B Apartments, he can be very strong in that position. Whiffed out the Tech 9 as well, found his second frag, and that was pretty much over at that point. Of course, HellRaisers didn't really have to invest into this round. They saved an AWP from the previous and just had some armor pistols, but Zero had a chance to take down Flamey. That's going to be all dropped, and the pincer comes in. They're unable to hold on. And now NaVi coming in touching distance of series points here against HellRaisers. They did win the first map. 16-8. We'll see whether they can finish things off there. I think the money will be okay in the HellRaisers camp, but this one's slipping away from them. A huge lead at 1 point. And now they're going to round number 28. The problem is Oscar without the AWP. He's just got a Tech 9. And he's been so influential in finding them the kills. And they're going up against 3 sniper rivals here, one of them being an auto. Number 28. Default coming in. And they've got Angel once again taking a lot of Molotov damage there in the B Apartments. Falling back, and it's seized. Happy to face his angle.
Angel with the smoke toward the window from the courtyard, bouncing in. Trying to give some vision to his teammates coming out at the top of middle, obstruct that of the CTs. They're playing passive at the top of connector, could catch them on the reach by, but they are going to wrap back around. Remember, they still have Bondic right now inside the Palace position as well, but it's getting desperate as HellRaisers have not found a round now in 4 against them. At least 4, it may even be more than that at this point. He's waiting as well with the AWP as they start to group. No one to support him quite as quickly this time from Catwalk. They do have Edward inside of that ladder room, but it's a slightly longer rotation, so the crossfire won't be ready and apparent when they do arrive in this fashion. Sees has a chance to fire for 1 and then fall potentially to bench and cover off an additional angle. He's got the first shot, doesn't land it. They did bring Edward back around a little bit quicker. In fact, they're going to play from the same side. Good catch as he falls out the window. Sees with 1 and 2. You will not touch the ground out of the window. You will not be allowed. Bondic will find Edward afterward, but Sees is still down there with that AWP.
Be careful, Bondic, almost blowing off the head of his teammate there. He goes down to Guardian. That's going to be it. Match point, series point for NaVi. Sees stepping up tremendously there with the AWP. 2 mid-air shots. And HellRaisers nearly feeling the pressure now. 2 rounds to go just to take it to overtime. The money's going to be extinguished as well. And here's the shots from Seas. Great work from him. Just nailing them and getting control of the bomb as well, forcing them to come and face the second shot. 15-13. Galil's Tech 9, 2 AKs, lack of grenades. It's going to be a full AXQ off the bat from HellRaisers to try and hold on here. And this could be, it's viable considering there are 3 sniper rifles, but the auto definitely knows their chances. As soon as smokes are dropped, he'll be spamming straight in towards the lower ramp. That's Zeus in towards CD spawn as well, waiting for them. I felt like he's going to get a multiple kill round here, Matt. This could be huge.
Well, they're going to try once more for an execution. It hasn't worked it for HellRaisers in far too long. The timeout curse goes against them, as they called the timeout in the league. Good smokes out jungle, but there's Zeus dead on from that ticket booth. He gets above the smoke in 2 shots. Oscar and Sticko down. Zero, Angel, and Bondic take that back. Zero's gone. It's just Bondic and Angel. 5 still alive. Bondic manages 1 against Flamey. He's gone to Guardian, and it's all going to be over. Angel facing. Guardian misses a shot. Naturally will go down because of it, but Zeus closes it. 16-13, 2-0 for NaVi. They'll move forward into the lower bracket final. It took a bit to get them rolling on this map, but once they did, there was never any question.
You're absolutely right. Once they got rolling in that second half, they looked so strong. Never in any of that were dropping that map. The pause came in from HellRaisers.